Hello, I'm John Tucker with Southern Performance Systems in Sugar Hill, Georgia. What we have here is a 1955 Chevy Belair two-door post car brought to us from Oklahoma City for LS conversions and upgrades. The engine is a new modified LS3. The engine dynoed at 535 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. It's putting 420 horsepower to the rear wheels. The transmission is a 4L70 automatic coupled to a 2,500 RPM stall converter. This combination is very streetable and very reliable, as is all our conversions at Southern Performance Systems. The engine bay required some paint and detail work to match the car. Only minor detail to the engine on the valve cover and plenum to make it stand out. The whole idea was to keep it clean and simple. The power brake system had to be changed and upgraded to fit the LS engine. Shown is an 8-inch dual diaphragm booster and a Corvette-designed dual master cylinder. All brake lines on the car were replaced with 3/16 stainless and number 3 AN braided hose were required. All lines, fittings, and adapters were made in-house. The AC and heater lines were again kept clean and simple by using black rubber hose. Modifications were required at the firewall to work with the vintage air system. All lines, once fitted and installed, were made uniform with the old aluminum clamps. All lines were crimped like they came from the factory. The fuel system was set up with billet fuel rails and a loop system which was installed. Notice the black loop line in front of the intake. The fuel is controlled by the regulator shown, maintaining 58 psi and returning any excess fuel back to the tank. This type system keeps a steady flow of fuel to the injectors and it prevents any vapor lock that might occur. For engine breathing, we installed a cold air intake system to improve performance. We used 4-inch aluminum tube with a built-in air cleaner. The system was mounted through the core support in all areas from outside engine bay. No hot air from engine bay. Please note the air inlet screened to the right of the radiator. What we have now is a custom all-aluminum, fully polished radiator support with an extra large double pass radiator for LS engines and a larger condenser. To keep the air moving, there are two 14-inch diameter electric fans fully shrouded. Due to the lack of space in the engine bay, the receiver dryer was mounted up front and all lines built to fit the system. This is a view of the engine frame mounts and adapters used to secure and install the LS engine into the factory 55 frame. Next is the stainless steel lines we used, the 3/16 lines used to install the brake lines and how we secured them to the frames. Next is the stainless steel headers with the low profile flexible clamps we get. Very nice setup, very clean. Next, this shows the undercarriage of the car. Notice the lower control arms, tubular, coilover shocks. Notice the correct oil pan for the fit. Also notice the insulated lines from the headers. Got a transmission cross member. Got the exhaust system, neat and clean. A emergency brake system, got that. And you've got the coilovers in the back, 4-link system with the coilover shocks and Wilwood brake systems. And a stainless steel gas tank. All is custom made to fit this car. This is a view of the front suspension we installed on the 55. We used Heidts upper and lower tubular control arms, AFCO adjustable hydraulic shocks, Wilwood brakes, of course, 4 pistons, flexible joints on the front, number 3 AN lines. Neat and clean setup. At the rear, we got a 12-bolt GM with a 373 gears, with a modified Ford hubs to accept the big brakes. Got AFCO hydraulic adjustable coilover shocks. Notice the Wilwood brakes. Notice the stainless steel fuel lines. All neat and clean. Got 14 inches of rubber per wheel. That's 28 inches of rubber on the ground. In other words, that's where the rubber meets the road. Still won't hook up. Not bad for 430 or 535 horsepower engine. The dash of the car was kept as stock as possible, even down to the factory style AC vents, which we installed on the driver's and the passenger side. Little trouble to get in, a little tight fit, but got them in. We also used the factory controls for the AC heater, vents, and stuff like that. All that was kept stock. We changed the wording on it to show AC versus heater to control and stuff like that. This system has a vintage air system in it, Sure Fit system, which is a very nice system. We use a lot of these in our shop. Once this car was set up and going, it cooled down to 42 degrees, no problem. Worked extremely well. Those are the door panels, and of course, got electric windows in the car. We kept the factory brake pedal and installed a Corvette drive-by-wire pedal to control the get up and go. All neat and clean. The shifter is by Low Car. A little tight fit due to the bench seat, but we got it done. Let's not forget what it's like from the driver's seat when you're looking at this. Of course, Dakota Digital, fully electric dash, cut the fits in the exact dash. Now let's go have some fun.